Hi guys, so I'm actually in my bed and I was editing my video and somehow my intro got deleted, so I'm making a short one real quick right here. Today's look is this one. Sorry the lighting's really bad, but if you want to see how to get this girly, glowy, cut crease, no lashes makeup look, then just keep on watching. Hi guys, starting off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, I'm going to be taking the shade Tempura, I think that's how you pronounce it, and putting that on my brow bone. Next, taking the shade Orange Soda and using a fluffy brush to put that in my crease as my transitional shade. Now going in with the shade, I can't remember what it's called, but just taking that and putting that on top of the orange soda shade that I just used. Now taking my Jaclyn Hill The Vault Collection Ring the Alarm palette, I'm going to be taking the shade Rush and Mugshot and putting those in my crease. At first I was going to blend them both together, but I decided to take them on two separate brushes and put them in my crease. So first I'm taking the Rush shade, and then I'll be switching over to a different brush and taking the Mugshot shade now. Now I'm just taking a fluffy, clean blending brush and just making sure everything is blended out. Then I'm just going to take some concealer and a really tiny angle brush, as you can see, and I'm going to use this to cut my crease. I'm kind of winging my cut crease today out at the ends, as you'll see in a second. What I do to help find where my crease needs to be cut at is I look up and it places a dot of where I need to cut my crease at. That's a good trick. I think the shades are called Glistening and Fairy, I believe, or Fairly. I'm going to take those out of my Jaclyn Hill, Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette and use that as my lid shades. Just mixing them together and putting them on with the flat shader brush. Now moving on to the face, I'm just showing you an up close shot of what my eyes look like. Now moving on to the face, I'm going to take my AOA Mattifying Primer and put that all over my face as my first primer. I'm going to be using another one in a second. I like to take brushes now to blend out my moisturizers and my primers. Oh, I moisturize before I put that primer on also, but a brush just helps blend out what your fingers cannot. And now for my second primer, this is the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer. I believe that's what it's called. And I'm just going to put that in my T-zone, and this is going to help fill in my pores. Now I'm going to be taking 3 different foundations. The first one I'm taking is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Stick Foundation, I think that's what it's called. The next one I'm going to be taking is the NARS Velvet Matte Stick Foundation. And the last one I'm going to take is the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation. I'll have all the shades listed in the description bar. I took all these different ones because my shade right now is really off and I don't have a perfect foundation that matches me. So I'm just trying to find different foundations that work together to make my perfect match. So these are the 3 that I took today, and I gotta say that I really liked the finish and I also liked the color of the outcome of the foundation. Did that make sense? Then I'm going to be taking my blending sponge. I forgot to wet it, so I just took some of my coconut rose spray and just dampened it a little bit. And I'm going to be using the sponge just to blend over everything. Now for my concealer, I'm going to take MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I have not used this in a couple weeks, so there was like concealer stuck in it, and it kind of like squirted on my shirt, which I'm kind of mad about because concealer and foundation does not get out of your shirt. So I'm just going to take that underneath my eyes and then go back in with my sponge and blend it out. This took me literally forever to blend out. This is like super speed. If only I could blend my concealer out this fast. Oh my gosh, it would make time go by a lot faster. Now I'm going to bake underneath my eyes. I'm going to take my AOA Perfect Loose Setting Powder. This is the shade Banana and the matte translucent shade mixed together. And I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes and on my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead. Everywhere I basically put that concealer and let that bake. And I also put it around my mouth and my smile lines. And a trick is to like blow up your face in like a fishy face so it doesn't get into your wrinkles or your smile lines. Then I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty, I think it's called the Instamatte Blotting Powder, and I'm going to use that to set the rest of my face. Going in with the AOA Studio Banana Powder, I'm going to use this to sweep away the baking powder that I had on my under eyes, chin, forehead, all those places. And this just adds a little bit of extra highlight to my face. And then I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and taking the two darkest shades. I'm going to use that to sculpt my cheekbones out. What I like to do first is I like to place the product down, and then I like to wipe off the brush that I'm using so that I can blend it out. And then for my nose, I'm going to be taking a smaller eyeshadow brush. I'm not the greatest at nose contouring. I usually just bronze my nose, but I'm trying to get better at nose contouring because my nose, it's really long, but the bottom is kind of fat to me, so I'm just working on how to sculpt it and fake it. Then just taking a fluffy blending brush because it was looking a little harsh. I'm going to take my MAC Aaliyah Baby Girl Bronzing Powder and put that on my cheeks to bronze up my face and on my forehead. And today I actually took it on my jawline, which I never do, but... And I put a little bit on my nose. Then to clean up that bronzer, I'm going to take the same banana powder that I used earlier. Using this Milani Face and Eyes palette, my bobber thingy, I'm going to take the copper in the purple shade and put that on my cheeks for my blush. And I'm also going to be taking another blush. I'm going to take this LA Girl Just Blushing blush in the shade Just Radiant and put that on my apples of my cheeks also. I'm just loving blush at the moment. Then just taking a fluffy blending brush to blend everything out. I took some Mario Badescu Rose Water Face Mist, my favorite, just to make all the powders melt in. Going back into my eyes, I'm going to do my lower lash line. Taking the two orangey shades and putting that on my lower lash line. Then I'm just going to take that blending brush and just blend everything out. I took the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and the Clinique mascara and put that on my eyelashes. I start with a coat of the Clinique one, then a coat of the Too Faced one, then back with a coat of the Clinique one. And today I actually took another mascara. It was just a random mascara because my mascaras are sadly drying out, so it wasn't giving me the look like it usually does. So I took that one, which is a little bit more wet, before I did my last layer of my Too Faced one, as you can see me doing now. And I just did the other eye off camera. Going in for highlight, I'm going to take the AOA Studio Wonder Baked highlighter in the shade Fairy and put that in my inner corners and on my cheekbones, nose, tip of my nose, my bridge of my nose, forehead, and chin. And then I'll do the same with the MAC one. The MAC one's in the shade Oh Darling, and it's my favorite highlighter of all times. It's so beautiful. You do not need to use two highlighters, but I love glowing skin, so I decided to use both of them. And I'm just applying them with a Morphe fan brush. And then for the bridge of my nose, I use that same pencil brush that I used in the inner corner of my eyes. Then just going back in with my blush brush just to, what's the word I'm looking for? Blend the blush in with the highlighter a little bit. So for my lips, I first was going to take the MAC Aaliyah lip gloss. I forgot the shade, but it was looking a little bit too bright for today. So I took the Squeezy Tube lip gloss and put it over top, but I just did not like how it was looking. So I decided just to wipe that off. There's me trying to like see if I wanted to do it, and I just decided to wipe it off. And I took the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb and put that on first, but it was looking a little too peachy today, so I decided to go back in with the MAC Aaliyah one and put that on top, and it looked a lot better, and it was just the perfect combination for this look. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all on my next one. Bye!